And that was the best holiday for every student. Because it was a long holiday. You have the Christmas,
Exactly.
there's chapatis and all this kind of thing.
And there's a time also you were talking to me about eating chapatis once in
We
India.
only used to eat chapatis on Christmas. And you see those times,
Yeah.
people, it's like people never believed that you could cook chapatis
Yes.
on a table. So there were those loud seats that women used just to scoot and just load those chapatis. And that day, if you missed chapatis on a Christmas, it was not a Christmas without chapatis.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
As I think now it is a long holiday. It's one of the days that you're supposed to be celebrating. Now, okay, to me, it was never a celebration. It was such a sad moment for me.
What happened?
Okay, the torture, realizing that you're coming back. But this time around, my mom comes back.
Your
It's
mom
like
comes back
from Nairobi. This time around, she's coming back. And she comes back and she takes me from
You know the imagery that your mom is creating here in the story is like you go to a certain period and you are tortured a little bit and then the mom comes.
She just comes in.
And just delivers you. The Moses.
Yeah.
The Moses comes and just delivers you.
Yeah.
So this time she came.
She came. And sometimes I used to just wonder, where is mom? Why mom can't you just take me out
with you
and live with me? I'm your child. It's like,
why leave
me here in this
Why,
environment? Why? It became such a
moment. Then you're not understanding why.
I never understood why. I never understood. So this is my mom coming back. Yes, I'm excited. But so
why,
many
mom?
questions in my heart. It's like I'm just a child of around 4, 5 now 6, around 5, 6 years. And it's like I'm overwhelmed by question within me. I'm asking myself, why, mom? Why? Now, this time round, my mom comes back. Yes, I'm excited. I'm showing excitement. Yes, mom has come back. And she takes me and we go to Nairobi. What a relief.
Found yourself in Nairobi?
Yes, found myself in Nairobi. Finding myself in Nairobi, it was in a place known as Dandora. And they used to live in a certain estate. And in this Dandora, I've come in the house. I found other kids.
There are other kids
in the house. In the house, I think I found 2 of them at that moment. I found 2 of them in the moment. I never knew who are they, but I found kids in the house. But staying for a while is when I came to just get that this is another home. It's like this is my mom's place. It's like she's the mother here. Yeah, she's a mother in this place.
These kids are older than you?
Yeah, they are older than me. There was a kid who was of my age, were just of the same age. I mean. Okay. But I never knew who are they. But when I stayed for a bit, because I never stayed for a longer period, I came to realize that my mom was married in this place as a second wife.
Came to learn.
Yeah, these were not her kids. These were not her kids.
Did you know then, or you came to learn later?
I never learned
but
later.
But there's a man here in the house?
Yeah, there was a man in the house. Yes, and we never get that bonding. Because he used to come back at home and it's just there. Maybe the people that he bonded well with were the other kids that I found in the house.
Okay, not you.
Not me. I found myself a little bit off. It's like I'm shy and I'm afraid. It's like, who is this man? I'm trying to get things, but it could not work. So what happened is that so sometimes he used to come also late at night, finding me asleep. And now there's a time now in the same house. There's a time now. There's a time I woke up in the morning and it's like I'm seeing my mom is packing. I'm asking myself, what?
Another trip?
Another trip. So this time around, I'm telling you, I never knew where I'm going now. I never knew. I never knew whether I'm going back to the same place that you took me from, or studying in this place, but we are just going to hang out. I never knew.
Yeah.
So what happened is that I'm seeing my mom wrapping things very quickly, and it's like, hey, I'm like, what is happening in this house? And all of a sudden, she just prepared me very quickly, and this time around, she was pregnant.
She was pregnant.
Yeah, she was pregnant. You know, by that time, maybe you can say this kid.
How did you
This
had
kid
seen
is
a
not.
pregnant woman
Yeah,
before?
exactly. Yeah, one of the friend to my mom in the up country. Now the stepbrother had a wife. And you know, that is the moment I knew. You know, this must be.
She's not just fat.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Now this is mom, and this time around, I also noted something.
Okay.
And so, mothers and fathers never think that your children don't notice things. They do.
They do.
They see things around there. So and sometimes it might be negative or positive. They record it.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. They record it.
Yeah, in their mind.
In their mind. This time around, I'm seeing my mom while she's even though she was a little bit quickly, but she was like a bit weak. It's like
You could realize she's very weak.
Very weak. Even though she's packing, it's like she's not in a good mood. It's like there's something is stressing her up.
She's stressed up.
She's stressed up, and it's like that. Those things were recording themselves in my mind, and I could see that we are packed, we are out of the house, we are in the car.
Going where?
I don't know.
Okay.
It took a long journey, but the more we are moving, is the more I'm coming to realize that I'm in familiar. So like my mind is start connecting. Yeah, start connecting things. Like this is one of the places that I've ever been. It's like, I know.
You see a building and say, I know that house. I've been here before.
I know that. It's like I'm connecting, and to my shock, again I found myself in Siaya.
Don't tell me.
This time round,
Back
in
Siaya. Your grandpa's house.
No, before even getting there, this time round it's different. We came from Nairobi with my mom that day.
Okay.
But this time round it's like I'm being shipped to my grandfather's place because I'm in Siaya town.
Yes.
And my mom is just taking me to one of the motorcycles, and she puts money in my bag. And it's like she's sending me away.
Like a package.
Exactly, I never knew.
The motorcycle.
Yeah, exactly.
So you parted ways in the town.
Right in the town. My mom is just out of the blue. And that moment, I'm gone. I don't know what.
With a stranger.
Yes, stranger. I thought my mom will be after me.
With another motorcycle.
I'm gone for a little bit distance. I'm finding one of my aunt, real sister to my mom. Who came and just took me now. She took me, after taking me, to my grandfather.
Back to the old, normal prison.
Environment. The same environment.
The same environment.
This time round is like, just have to get used.
Do you find things different or just the same?
I think this time around things just get even. And the more I'm coming back to this place,
and the more you're growing up.
And the more I'm growing up, things are getting worse.
So it's like the more you are growing up, it's like you are understanding the intensity of the problem.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's like I'm understanding everything.
So you are back.
And I'm back.
Okay.
And in fact, I never took like even 3 weeks in Nairobi.
Just a short brief.
Yeah, it was a short thing.
Okay.
Which it was a long holiday. I'm back in the same environment. And during this time, it's like during the holidays, I used to get a lot of torture because of it was such a torturous environment.
So are these girls still there when you now come back?
Yeah, when I'm coming back, the one who was finishing Form 4 was not there. Okay. I don't know what happened, that they collided with my grandfather and they were sent away. But this time round, there was this younger one. So this time round, at my grandfather's house, there was a lot of work, and it's not. I'm saying it is torturous because, I don't mean being torturous in terms of the side of my grandfather. My grandfather used to love me very much. But, you know, what really made us to really bond very well is like I used to listen to him.
You used to listen to him.
You see, my other cousins, they never took very keen instruction from my grandfather. So they just used to be like distant. They
Naughty boys.
Yeah, they made
the distance. There was a
distance between my grandfather and them. Exactly. So the person that my grandfather felt like to use and to be close to was me.
Yeah.
So
whenever you needed help.
Yeah, so he taught me how to milk the cow, how to herd them or to take care of them outside there, or even to water the cow, maybe to also search for the food, feed them. It's like that was everything that my grandfather taught me, because I was like very close to my grandfather, and he wanted me to know some of the things. That
of course you can help.
I could help. Yeah, exactly. So this time round, I'm there. And I knew that I'm coming back in the same environment. And it's like, this time round, there was a brother to my grandfather who was working with the NYS.
The brother to your grandfather?
Yes, exactly.
Also a grandfather?
Yes, it's also a grandfather. He came, and he was a very tough guy. He was a very tough guy.
Very strong.
Very strong. Well built. And
works with the national service.
When he speaks, it's like
scaring voice.
A scary voice. It was, oh my goodness! I know he came now in just to be able to celebrate with the family.
Okay.
And now he's at home. Now that day that he came now to visit my grandmother.
Okay.
Coming back to visit my grandmother, my grandmother at that time was sending me sugar in the shopping center.
Okay.
And my grandmother gave me coins. I don't know what we call it. 20 shillings.
Coins.
Just coins. Let's just say coins. Yeah. She gave me coins. 80 shillings. Because at that time, 1 kg of sugar was coming around that amount. So this time around, she gave me money.
To go to the shop.
Before going to the shop, I said, you know what? I have to go and maybe see my cousins, and maybe I have a breakfast with them. So this is a kitchen where they used now to cook.
Okay.
Now, to use to prepare the breakfast.
So you're given money.
Yeah, I'm giving money.
Decided to go through the kitchen.
Yeah, exactly.
Take some porridge.
Some porridge, yeah, exactly.
And then go to the shop.
Okay. And in this kitchen, they used to have a double decker.
Okay.
They used to have a double decker. So there was a bed that they used to just sleep within the kitchen. Now, I'm there having a porridge and you're just laughing there, and it's like it's fun. And then I came out of the house,
direct to the shop,
heading to the shopping center. I went there. Now in the shop now, and I told the person, the shopkeeper, to give me sugar, and she gave me the sugar, and I gave out the money. Okay. That's the transaction. Yeah. I gave out, and then she told me the money that you've given to me is less.
Oh, it was less.
It was less.
Okay.
And remember, my grandmother was never wrong in our counting. At that time, I never knew how to count. So she told me, no, I can't accept this.
You go back. Bring the other money.
Along the way, I was stressed up. Oh my goodness. What will I tell my grandmother?
Without sugar?
And where can that other 20 shillings be? Because it's like...
You don't even knew at this time what was missing, how much?
Exactly. I never knew how much. How much, yeah, exactly. I never knew. But in the position that I'm in now, I'm remembering it was 20 bob. But now let me give you the elaboration. So this time round, I'm asking myself, what will I tell my grandmother? Where will I start? Where will I start telling my grandmother that there's something that's happened? I don't know. So I decided to cook a story.
You cooked a story?
I had to. I just had to, because I never knew the other way.
Tell us more about that.
I decided to tell my grandmother that there's no sugar in the entire shopping center.
There is no sugar in the entire
shopping center.
No
in
sugar.
The entire shopping center. There's no sugar. How can that? It's
Okay.
like, I went home. I found these two seated down and talking together. The brother to my grandfather.
Yes.
They're talking. It's like they're talking. They're making a story. And I came with that same excuse or the same story that I cooked on the way. And I told my grandmother, Grandma, there's no sugar in the entire shopping center.
There is no sugar
in the entire shopping center. And the man had.
This man had.
Then my ex-guy.
And wondered.
How can
this kid has eaten mandazi?
How?
How?
Okay. I want you to go to your cousins and give them the money that you have and tell them to go and bring the sugar. And if they get the sugar and they come with the sugar here, I will have your life today. That was the instruction. I'm telling you, the sound was terrifying.
I'll have your life today.
I will have your life today.
And it was not joking.
It was not joking. It was serious.
Serious.
You can imagine the NYS guy.
Oh, the militant guy.
The militant guy. Oh my goodness. So I'm telling you, I was terrified. So I went to the kitchen.
Handed out the money.
I handed out the money.
Okay.
Those were 60 shillings. Yeah, I handed out the money. At the bed where we were seated and having stories, I saw a coin falling from
a coin load just from the bed.
From the bed.
Where you were
before?
Yeah,
rolled up to the fireplace. Just rolled. And I saw it. And my cousin never wanted me to say it.
But you saw it. That's a 20 shillings coin.
Yes, it was one of these. It's like I'm saying it's rolling down the fire. It's moving.
This could be the one that was missing.
This can be. And she moved faster in a very fishy manner, and she just picked it. Exactly. And I remember I had already handed out the money.
Yeah.
I knew there's something here. It's like they have betrayed me. There's something wrong here. She went to the shopping center and she came with the sugar. I'm telling you.
And she never said, no, this coin. We have just found this coin.
Yeah, She just went. I'm telling you that day.
What happened?
My goodness. The end.
She came with the sugar.
So this other grandfather, that day my grandfather was not at home.
Oh, he was not at home.
Oh my goodness.
What happened?
This was such a torture. The guy just pulled me and just grabbed me and pulled me out and just throw me down the floor and just grab a very huge cane. I'm telling you, he bent me up. He bent me up
like a rock.
Like a rock, exactly. And stepping on my head, just crushing my head on the floor.
Did he have shoes?
Yes. I don't. Do you know these safaris?
Yeah, the safari boots.
I can remember the safari.
He was wearing the safari boots?
Safari boots. He stepped on my head and just crushing it on the ground. He never cared and he beat everywhere on my body, punching everywhere, using the cane, using the hands, using the legs and the boots, and it's like
kicking you out,
beating me. And I'm telling you, imagine, I could not even feel myself. I could not feel myself. I became numb. I could not. I shouted, trying to tell him, "I'm not the one." It came to a point whereby I could not even speak that.
You are not talking. You are no longer crying. You are just numb.
Exactly. And it came to a point I could not even speak. At this point, the person that my grandmother could not even come to try and help me out.
She was not even screaming or anything.
Screaming out, no. She never screamed out.
Was she scared of the man also?
I don't know. It's like she was like, let her receive the beating because he have lied to me. It's like, I think that was what was in the mind of my grandmother. And this time round, the person that I could not imagine who could help One of the person who used to hate me, one of the relatives that used to hate me so
Who was
much.
never close to you.
Who was never close to me. Do you remember the time that I was being king?
Yeah, when
The 10 was like 1 to me.
Yeah, and you told them to cane you 10 stocks.
Yeah. The other person who was celebrating was now the person who was coming and jumping in to help me.
That is the person who came and
Who
jumped.
came and just jumped on my body.
Oh my goodness.
She never cared if she will receive the beating. She never cared. This is now
She just came and
the
just...
heroine who came in and just rescued me. And she grabbed me out, and the man just stopped beating. I was almost dying that day.
Good.
And she took me to the kitchen, and she was now doing some first aid. During the first aid, give me the porridge and something that can make me a bit strong. And when my grandfather came, he could not imagine how the son.
He could not believe.
You know. By then, I'm telling you, my grandfather was like a father to me. That man was like a father to me. Oh my goodness! You know,
He comes home and realizes that the
child has been beaten profusely. It's like, I'm also bleeding. I was also at some point bleeding. There was some scars that I have also in my head, also here in my head. I also have scars sometimes. When I shave, there's some scars that are in my head. And when my grandfather came, what he did, he called in his personal doctor.
He had a personal doctor.
Yeah, he had a personal doctor who used just to call instantly and just come. And this time around, he just come and just have,
some medication.
I'm telling you, remember the time when I was in Kariobangi?
Yeah.
That moment I was just with my mom and the sister to my grandmother, now the aunt to my mom. Those are the ladies in the house. There was no man there. So this time around, when I'm seeing my grandma, when I saw my grandfather,
so like the father in the house.
So that moment, this is my grandfather. Yeah.
Wow.
This is my grandfather.
Wow.
Yeah.
He came in the right. And he was there in the right time.
Right time.
That must have been very painful.
Right time. It's like God is like at that moment is the moment you come to realize that there's sometimes when you go through, there's some moments maybe in your life, maybe in the past, someone goes through some things, but at some point God sends the right people.
In the right time
to be able to rescue.
Okay.
And the cry that we had previously, that God may make the person.
And I believe now your nights are now going to become more horrible.
Yeah, more horrible. More horrible. I mean, the same environment.
Now,
The
the other time you told me before you went to Nairobi,
yes,
you were sharing the bedroom with this ladies.
Yes.
What about now? You have come back. Now you're still sharing with them.
Yeah, I'm still sharing with this girl. Now this time round, she's just now one girl.
Okay.
Because the other ones were just chased out.
Okay, so there is one girl that is
remaining. There's one girl remaining, and
And now you're sharing the room.
We are sharing the room, but when we opened the school, it's like now. I told you previously. I remember I told you that school was just an escaping place.
Yeah, it was.
This time around, school is opened.
Okay.
The school is open.
Now you're back to school.
I'm back to school.
Okay.
A place
I relief.
Yeah, meeting friends. And then Austin is there.
Wow.
My I don't know, academic magician. We don't know what we call him. But now Austin is there, but he was there just for a period, for short term. The first time he was there, the second time he was transferred.
Then you're left alone.
Now these 2 terms, I now had to struggle. Nobody knows how I used to do